So today it's my day of run again in the forest. And what more do you need to relax your mind and think about life? What more do you need? Can you hear all the sounds of the dogs and birds? How do you heal from pain today? That's what I really want to talk about, my personal experience. And I'm going to call this video my fantasy world. In my fantasy world, everything is perfect. In my fantasy world. If I'm correct, and most people who judge me that I'm totally crazy saying Michael Jackson is my father, that I created this illusion to be his daughter. Just like this illusion of the trees and the birds that you hear. For many people, these trees and the sounds of the dogs and the sounds of the birds are not real. This is my fantasy. And my fantasy, come on, because it's my fantasy and it's not real. I created this fantasy because I like trees. I like the sound of the birds. Do I sound like I am a storyteller? Because this is what you do. In my fantasy, I create delusions. If I should create this in my fantasy, these trees, these birds, and the sounds of the dogs, nobody will blame me, because they will say, well, this is a beautiful fantasy. But if you mention Michael Jackson is my father, whoa, that's one step too far of my illusion. I have asked many people why they have a problem that I am saying Michael Jackson is my father. Is he the words fantasy that I can have to be my father? Is he the worst? A man who's being loved, cherished, hate, mystical artist, singer, dancer, performer, songwriter? Is he the worst person that I can have a fantasy of? He's my father. Just like these trees, the sounds of the birds, and the sounds of the dog. Is he the worst? If this is my fantasy, if this is my illusion, this tree, this green, is this my illusion? But let me tell you one thing, world, people. This is not a fantasy. You see these trees? I can touch them. You see this road? I can walk. I can walk in this road. You see this road? I can see it. in the end of the tunnel. Can you see it? You hear the birds? I can hear the birds. Do you still hear the sound of the dogs? No, I don't hear them anymore, but they were there. So people who are saying Michael Jackson is my fantasy, is my delusional. So they are saying to me that I'm not standing here as a human being who was born to live, to have a story, to be real, to be mystic, to be not wanted, to be hated, to be loved. So you're telling me I'm not real because Michael Jackson is not real. He cannot have children. He cannot have sex. He cannot be in love, have a baby. I'm sorry. Michael Jackson is real. And he's my father. And in this journey, you and me going to find out the truth. So welcome to my YouTube channel and go into this adventure with me about finding my way home to my dad. Even my father passed away and he died a long time ago, 13 years this year. I will always be his daughter and he will always be my dad. To me, he is that road. To me, he is that tree. To me, he is the birds I hear. To me, he was the sound of the dogs that I hear. This is my life. So every time someone say, Michael Jackson cannot be your father, they denying me my existence. And I don't like that. I'm real. I'm real. I suffer. I go through pain. I go to life. I go to family drama. I go through many things. Mocienne Petit Jackson is real. And I'm going to take you to my journey. For the people who want to know what I am about. So, again, I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. And when you put the channel on, you need to understand these trees, this road, person that's standing here. I'm here. And Michael Jackson made me. I'm his baby. He's my dad. Dad, I love you. Rest in peace.